showed her fans her step count. The way
Pokimane showed her mental health through how many steps she walked.
The way in which my steps perfectly reflect my mental health is insane, she said. Before, she demonstrated that in December and months prior, she was taking about 8,000 steps a day. However,
Be strong.
So what's up, everybody? So haven't really talked about gaming news or streamers or anything like that, but Pokimane. So today we are talking about Pokimane and how she became depressed after the Gideon Twitch hate raid drama. So, and they've already squashed the beef. They've already moved on past it and everything, right? So, what are we talking about here, right? What are we talking about? Well, we're talking about the effects that certain situations, certain moments, certain scenarios can cause anybody, and also being able to be mature enough to be able to put things behind you, squash the beef, and everything like that, right? So, with Pokimane, it said over the last few weeks, Twitch streamer Pokimane has been a bit more forthcoming about some of the personal issues that have clashed with her personal life. In addition to recently explaining a separate issue of harassment against the Twitch streamer, she opened up about how she felt in the wake of the hate raid that occurred in January that was spurred on fellow online personality Gideon. While Gideon and Pokimane have since put the incident behind us, it's clear that the raid caused popular streamer quite a bit of grief in the moment. In fact, it led to several of the most popular streamers in the industry to take sides, where people like Ninja were lending their support to Gideon as he suffered blowback. Others came to the aid of Pokimane and made it clear they didn't think what happened to her was remotely acceptable. While the smoke has cleared over the incident, both streamers have talked about moving on. Pokimane recently took to her Twitch stream to make it clear the incident had affected her to the point where she fell into a depression in the hate raid's wake. In order to demonstrate how the hate raid has affected her mental health, she showed her fans her step count. The way
Pokimane showed her mental health through how many steps she walked.
The way in which my steps perfectly reflect my mental health is insane, she said. Before, she demonstrated that in December and months prior, she was taking about 8,000 steps a day. However, after everything went down with the hate raid controversy, her steps dropped quite a bit. Unfortunately, even this kind of acknowledgement of how hard it can be on someone's health and safety to be a Twitch streamer was underlined not long after she had stopped getting any kind of access. One follower sarcastically asked if she wanted an award for getting her steps in. The streamer was having none of it, and she fired back and then banned them from her channel. So I'm not going to talk about any more of the topic, but see, no matter what, certain situations, especially when people gotta pick sides, especially when there's these scenarios that are going on, especially when there's this animosity, this drama going on, the stress, the anxiety, it's gonna take a toll on you, right? Even though they may have squashed the beef, they may have moved on and everything, that doesn't take away that it has affected her in such a way, right? It has affected her in such a way. We can all relate to this, right? Whether it's with a family member, a friend, whatever it is, colleague, it doesn't matter. We've all been in situations and scenarios where it has affected us to the point where we are now diminished to something else, to something lower, to maybe not who we were, right? It has affected us, affected our mental health, affected us mentally, physically, spiritually, or any other way. And we could all relate to that. We all know how it is when it comes to these certain things that has now affected you, right? It has now affected you. And it's crazy to see that all of this, right? All of this plays a role. All of this could affect us in such a negative way that we feel depleted, we feel defeated, we feel less than. People can make jokes, oh, haha, you need an award to get your steps in. need a award. No, she just showcasing and showing you, hey, this is how this has affected me. I was, getting my steps in. I was doing my exercise. I was doing the thing that makes me happy, makes me healthy, and everything. And because of this situation, it took away my drive. It took away my willing to be able to do this. And look, I'm showing you that it has affected me. That's what she's saying here. She ain't trying to ask for sympathy. She ain't trying to ask for a reward. She's just trying to say, hey, look, that stuff, that mess, it ruined me. That mess, it definitely impacted me. That mess, it's really put a damper on what I'm going through, right? Of what I'm going through. And people want to make jokes about that. See, we live in a day and age where mental health is a lot more prominent in the world, right? A lot of people know about it now. But people still want to make jokes. They still want to make jokes. So the point of this video is we need to be more aware. Mental health is a tough issue right now. It's a big issue right now. So jokes need to be put aside. It's not the right time for those. And just because someone squashed beef, just because someone may have moved on, that does not take away that they have been affected by that moment or that scenario in that time. And it could affect anybody. So we just need to be more aware of that and have more sympathy and empathy when it comes to mental health. And without further ado, y'all, I'm going to have to bid y'all adieu. If you have yet to subscribe or yet to share, do that too. And until next time, y'all already know. So if you made it to the end of this video, I appreciate you so much, more than you ever know. So, Krayonn Rocket, our motto is be unique, be creative, be you. Why is this important? Because we were all created in the image of God. We were all perfectly and wonderfully made. So, I hope that you enjoyed this video. Share it, like it.